Some food for thought this morning on the word heroes. Why were they pushing that continually? You remember all the idiots dancing around in their uniforms? They were the heroes at first, and then they pushed that onto the firefighters and everywhere else. And that started back on the 9 and the 1 and the 1 also. Because it takes a while for people to be brainwashed. And I'm not saying any of you are, but hear me out and you will understand how they're doing this. And I'll show you some connections that are undeniable. Heroes. You know, you hear it all the time. All the time. They're heroes. So what is being brainwashed in there is not heroes like a fireman saves the cat from the burning building or people or anyone, okay? The word heroes, the forked tongue brainwashing that's going on, is that heroes is two words. H-E and then R-O-S-E. He rose, like he rose from the cross, okay? And I will explain this further now. They need people to get that in their heads. He rose. Because they're going to pull off your own personal Jesus. And Johnny Cash is in on this big time. Big time, okay? I have been a musician for, I don't know, a long time. And Johnny Cash is at best mediocre, okay? There's a lot of people out there that sound better, perform better. He was just pushed on the masses. Anyone could be put in the limelight and would be popular, but keep in mind his initials are JC, okay? Also known as the Man in Dark even. JC for the Jesus Christ tie-in. When you take the word heroes, H-E-R-O-S-E, you will get, as pronounced there, when you add this up, you will get 89. Why is that important? In 1989, the original band that put that song out, I believe they're called the Depeche Mode, put that song out in 1989. It just happens to add up to that. Now, when you do the addition in between those double digits of heroes, as I've shown often in my videos, you will get the number 17. Okay? Heroes, you add in between the double digits regardless of their double digit standing. Okay? You will get 17. Why is that important? Because it's always mirror, mirror on the wall. 17 is 71. Right? How old was Johnny Cash when he allegedly passed away? Well, of course, 71. There's so many ridiculous tie-ins to this stuff. It's very obvious that they are going to have someone taken off the scene and rise up. He rose, okay? He rose up. There's no way around it. That's what they have planned for your own personal Jesus. Now, it's my strong opinion that even the bad people will bow down to this JC, Jesus Christ. And you have to keep in mind, Johnny Cash is basically, as far as popularity, all genres of music, people that like all different genres of music, for the most part, there's a few Johnny Cash songs, JC, here come the interruptions, that they like. You know, and of course, he was in what? Little House on the Prairie. Completely riddled with satanic garbage. Unfortunately. You would think it wasn't, but trust me, it is. He was in one of those episodes as a thief who basically stole the Reverend's outfit so he could go to town and collect for the plate offerings for another town that was going through a hardship, right? Long story short, he overcomes his bad guy thing and he's a good guy, right? When are they going to do this? You know, they've worn out that word heroes. This is how you know what they're doing. Now, it sometimes takes a few years, just like the 9 and the 1 and the 1. That's where they started pushing that word big time, all right? They're still pushing it, but not like they were during the C and the 1 and the 9. So, in my opinion, of course, I cannot be right every time, but I've seen how they play this out often. I can tell you that it's not too much longer before someone falls and rises back up. Because why? Because he rose. He's a hero. Plus, he rose up from the dead. Be your own personal Jesus Christ, or JC. Now, of course, when our real Lord and Savior appears, every knee will bow instantly. There will be no time for thought. Nothing else can cross your mind. You will instantly bow down. Now, when this goofball that shows up wanting praised, people will have time to think about it. Oh, is that really Jesus Christ? Maybe I better bow down. No, that's not going to happen when the real Savior appears. Now, a lot of people, how do I say this? Well, a lot of people think Johnny Cash was kind of a good guy. You know, he was bad, and then he wrote some Christian songs, and he's got another song in there. I think it's called "The Lord's Gonna Cut You Down." Now, you have to give that some thought. I'm not going to say much more in that area. The video would be too long, audio. But these devils are getting ready to have someone go down. And in my opinion, within the numbers that I related here, are the exact dates and birth date and numbers of who it is. As far as it being Chump, that's about a 70, maybe 75-25 chance it's him. I mean, he's too big of a clown, but like I said, I'm not always right. But this word heroes, I'm telling you, this is why and how they do these words. When you speak words or hear them, make sure you're not being tricked, okay? Because that's not what they're saying. It's not about heroes. It's he rose, H-E, another word, R-O-S-E. It's a little tricky, but that's how the forked tongue of these devils works.